China and Indian border conflict was occurred in 1962. The disputed Himalayan border was the main pretext of the war. In 19th century, when the British explorer McMahon and his crew drew a map for India, they drew a line in Tibet and they claimed that 67 kilometers square of land in Tibet belongs to British India. The line is called McMahon Line. When India was independent from Great Britain in 1947, they admit their territory in colonial era. Indian government claimed that the McMahon Line is the border between India and China. On the other hand, Chinese government never admits the McMahon Line. The Mao Zedong's communism government insists that 67,000 kilometers square of land in Tibet belongs to China. In the following 13 years, China and India had a month of diplomatic conversation about the border issues. Zhou Enlai was the first Prime Minister of People's Republic of China. He also in charge of the foreign policies. In 1959, Zhou Enlai tried to convince the Prime Minister of India, Nehru, to solve the border issue peacefully. He flew to New Delhi and negotiated with Nehru face to face. But all his efforts were pointless to India. Nehru went through his forward policy on the border issue in 1960. He increased the troops and set up 43 military bases along the McMahon Line. Some military bases are very close to Chinese military base. The war could explode in any time. Nehru was very confident on this war, because he believed that the Chinese military power is not strong enough to against India. Unfortunately, he was wrong. Chinese army defeated Indian army in a short time. However, Chinese army did not celebrate their victory. They recalled the army back to the east of McMahon Line. In November 28, all the Indian prisoners of the war were released, and the Chinese government gave back all the weapons they lost in the war. This unusual action shows Zhou Enlai's sincerity to solve the border problem peacefully, and he also rewarded great support from international society. Nehru's toughness to Zhou Enlai was not a rational decision, and his forward policy gave China a cogent reason of self-defense. As a result, Chinese government formally claimed that the border line between China and India. Nehru was irrational and inconsiderate in this event. Zhou Enlai gave a mature consideration of all the aspects in the conflict. Sometimes, political leaders' personal character could affect the results of an international conflict.